Hello. So, this is not the typical video that I would be making, and I actually haven't made an update video in pretty sure years at this point. But I thought it was necessary, because one, haven't made one in a while, two, I think it's worth discussing what's been going on with this channel. Now, first, I want to get an elephant out of the room. The reason I am making this video is because I have been more focused on school this week, even though school isn't that exhausting, and I'm going to be honest, I could have probably gotten a video out this week if I really wanted to. But something else is that my drive for YouTube has been dying, and it's not even really because of any single issue. Well, there are a few, and in this, I will talk about it. First, I want to address this isn't a scripted video as much as I'm trying to talk like my scripted self. This is mostly just me talking without a script, and so it will sound a bit different. This is me trying to be genuine, because although I do not talk about my personal life too much on this channel, this is one of the rare moments where I will try to be completely 100% sincere and vulnerable with you guys, my audience. This will also probably be a while, because it's sort of just a rant video, and I'm just going off with whatever I'm saying. And also, I don't know how long I'll be able to talk, because I'm already beginning to feel lightheaded. We're like a minute and a half into this video, so this is gonna be fun. But first, to get the elephant out of the room, the reason I have skipped some weeks of uploading is because I've been losing my drive to do YouTube. It wasn't even because I was busy in school or anything. It was partly that, I will admit. Part of it was because I was busy, but there were many different opportunities for me to make videos, work on videos, and I just didn't really do that. And I don't know why, but my only explanation is just lack of drive to do any videos. And I've also just not been feeling the best. I haven't really been as upbeat and happy as I usually am, and I have no idea why. I like YouTube. I like making this. I like talking about things that I am interested in with people that want to hear my opinions, but for some reason, I just haven't been feeling the drive to make it. And one of the reasons might be because, well, I've sort of been feeling like YouTube is becoming more of a job than for fun. And I know that's weird of me to say. I've been pushing to get monetization for a very, very long time, but it just has felt like that longer than that. And one of the issues with that is Rules of Navigation, the show that I just concluded Season 1 of. And I'm sorry to announce that is going to be the only season of Rules of Navigation, because that show is going to be officially cancelled. Now, the reason is quite simple. Not a lot of people are watching it. It's just very difficult to produce, because a lot of the topics are surprisingly hard to make longer than 8 minutes, which is my goal usually, because I find short videos a bit boring, which is one reason I'll try to talk through a lot of this. But, I also feel like I just wasn't enjoying it a lot. I like ships, and I like talking about shipping disasters, but I don't know, I'm sort of weird in that my interests kind of fluctuate a lot. I mean, if you look through my videos, you can sort of see when I was in my political era, my ship era, my Hong Kong era, my China era, and I don't know what era I'm in right now. There's actually a lot of things I've been wanting to talk about on the channel that I haven't talked about much. My love for animated shows and space are the two main ones. I have ideas for both of them, and now that Rules of Navigation is over, I have a lot more freedom to decide what video is going to be next. And so, those videos will likely be next. But to do that, that's going to take a while. So, don't expect any uploads until maybe October. Most of the month. This isn't even because of school. I mean, out of a normal semester that usually has 4 classes, I have 3, and that's because I recently switched out and got a gap block, because one of the classes I was in didn't really feel like I'd get much out of, and I could sacrifice the credits to just relax, but also go home and work on other things, and one of the things I will use that time for is YouTube. But before that, I gotta take a break, because I feel like a good tip for YouTube is to take a break, and even if you miss making videos during that break, that is a good thing. Wait, and then when you're done that break, begin making videos again. Because you will have missed it so much, and then when you come back, you'll be so happy that you were able to go back to it. Because you will have built up that drive, and then as soon as you're ready, or as soon as the deadline is up, you can go back and release that drive to create into big videos. And I have some ideas. I've been wanting to make a video about the space shuttle for a long time, because it is so freaking cool, and I still think it's amazing, and in the wake of NASA's budget cuts, I feel like it's important to note America's contribution to space and why space is what makes America great. I sound patriotic. I'm not trying to be patriotic. I'm just saying, US, out of all the bad things you do, space is not one of them. Anyways, one of the issues is that every topic that could possibly be talked about with the space shuttle has been covered to death. So much so that I might just repeat topics and make a video about the Columbia disaster, make a video about close calls, or make a video about how the landing of the space shuttle worked. Each of those is a super interesting topic, and I would love to talk about that. But I'd be repeating myself, or no, not even repeating myself, just repeating off of many other people online. But another reason I canceled Rules of Navigation, just to get back onto that, is because, I don't know, I didn't feel like I was learning anything new. Turns out, after researching ships for basically your entire life, when you try to make a show aimed at educating people about new things about ships, it becomes a bit stale. Part of the reason I made that show was because I'm planning to eventually get into the maritime industry, to work on ships. So I thought, if I can make a video series educating people about the techniques of how ships work, maybe I can also educate myself along the way how ships work. Turns out most of the topics covered I already knew, and even then I'm just not in a phase where I'm interested in ships right now. But even then, I've just been lately just not been feeling a drive to do anything. I only really do stuff when my friends have hopped on the VC in Discord, and I feel like it's about time that I do something. But I don't know, I feel like that I just haven't been getting much of a motive, because even video gaming is beginning to feel like a job. Alright, so I'll give a little antidote, a little allegory here. There were some Stormworks projects I was working on. Haven't made much progress in that because I've been burnt out from Stormworks. Kerbal Space Program, I have been grinding in the last few days. I've been using a mod that allows me to establish colonies on other planets, but those colonies have been mysteriously disappearing for no reason, and all of that effort vanished immediately. So, I decided today that I'm probably not going to play that game for a really long time. It's not even a fault of the game, it's a fault of the mod that I have downloaded, but even then, it just demotivated me seeing all that work that I put into disappear for no discernible reason. And even then, those are just examples of the things I've been feeling demotivated about. And stuff like that just eventually builds up, and I do this YouTube channel for fun, mostly. But when it stops being fun, which is what Rules of Navigation kind of felt like, that is when the channel stops being worth it to me. Rules of Navigation was not fun to make. I didn't, for some reason, didn't have much of an interest in what I was doing, despite the fact that I should have. It's a video series on ships, and I still don't understand why in the back of my mind I didn't enjoy making that show. But clearly, you guys didn't enjoy it either. I got a lot of comments correcting me on things I got wrong, which aren't a bad thing, but just wasn't really positive feedback. It was sort of just negative feedback. Polite negative feedback, but still negative feedback. And another issue with that is it didn't get a lot of views. Barely any of those videos have crossed the 100 view mark, which is insane, really. And I don't know, it just feels so demotivating pouring your passion into something you aren't passionate about, and then all of a sudden no one wants to hear that passion you poured into something you aren't passionate about. That might be one of the causes, is because I just wasn't passionate about it, so it didn't really work out. But I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. I like ships. Why did I not like making that show? Doesn't make sense to me, but I am happy to announce some things. For example, I guess there's only one good thing that I can announce. Or two, I guess. One is that I'm going to be setting up channel memberships, so if you'd like to support me and the work that I do, because it would mean the world to me, especially at this point, I will be starting up channel memberships soon. They won't be that expensive, maybe $1 a month or at most $5, but that just to support me and also get access to some special stuff. I might occasionally make some members content, and I'm thinking of making the episodes I make at the end of OC Unsolved just members only. But the thing about that is, in order to make special supplementary episodes at the end of OC Unsolved, I would have to make another season of OC Unsolved. So, I am happy to announce that OC Unsolved is returning for Season 3 sometime this year. I don't know when, but probably around October, November, because that's when I'm coming back. But the more I think about it, and I'm spitballing because I'm thinking about this live, I might take October to make videos about stuff that I'm interested in at the time. Then, November will be all OC Unsolved, and then maybe 1 or 2 Chinese Revolutions. Which, speaking of which, I know that show hasn't been getting a lot of views, but I kind of wanted to finish it. And it's only going to get 1 season, because it's based off history, and there is no second season I can make, really, to that. Unless I want to dive into alternate history, let me know. But that show will be coming back, and I will be making more episodes about it. Please, for the love of God, watch the most recent episode. It is my favorite video I've made in that series, and it's super fascinating. So, please go watch that, and of course, it'll be important context for what happens in the next episode, but yeah. And also, I want to make it to 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I don't think that is a unreasonable goal with the amount of growth I've been getting. I've seen some people my size, people I know, grow faster than me, though, so that's a little bit, demotivating. But, yeah, I hope we can get to that by the end of the year. If not, I can't really punish you guys, because I don't know where you live. I don't know who you are. But, either way, yeah, I don't know. School, so, to sum up this video, I'm just gonna wrap this up at the end real quick. This might end up going a bit longer, but basically, Rules of Navigation, I didn't have fun making it, and if I didn't have fun making it and you guys didn't watch it, I didn't see a point, so that show is officially cancelled. But there are some good news. For example, Chinese Revolution, going to continue after my break for September or maybe October. And also, my biggest excitement, the best excitement of this video, OC Unsolved is coming back for a Season 3 with new supplementary episodes, 2 of which, in fact, that'll be uploaded at the end of Season 3 to members only. And in fact, OC Unsolved will be getting a trailer sometime this month. I will be making the videos, then I will be making a trailer for them, and now that I say it out loud, I'm kind of trying to take a break, so never mind, maybe the trailer will come out in the end of September. I basically just want to make a few episodes before and compile them into a trailer, and then make it. And also, to make those supplementary episodes that will be members only, there will be members only subscriptions coming soon, and I have seen people smaller than me get more members than me. None. So, I hope that'll actually work, and who knows, you might start seeing a bit of a variety on this channel. Shipped videos will exist. In fact, OC Unsolved is going to be littered with them. More littered than the bottom of the Atlantic. But there will also be a lot of other videos that'll be coming out soon. Either way, stay safe. Thanks for listening to me rant for a while. And I'm gonna go find some fun game to play. I'm not even gonna edit the video today. I'm gonna edit the day it comes out. Why not? Anyways, see you guys. Bye-bye.